I'm just going to demonstrate just how easy it is to cook fish. And method number one is going to be how to poach a piece of fish or a fish fillet. The fish I have here is a piece of coley. It's a white textured fish and it has been skinned and the bones removed. To cook this today, I'm actually going to use a court bouillon. A court bouillon is a lightly acidulated vegetable stock with a little bit of cider vinegar, some sliced vegetables and topped up with water and boiled for about 10 minutes just to allow the vegetables to soften. You strain that off and then it is perfect, ready to poach the fish. For the white fish fillet, what I'm going to do is take the liquid up to the boil and just lower the fish fillet into the liquid so that it's completely submerged. A poaching temperature is where you've got bubbles blipping and breaking the surface. So I'm going to bring this up to that point and then turn the temperature right down so the liquid doesn't actually boil, but it goes through a poaching temperature. The liquid around the fish fillet is just coming up to temperature. We've got a nice steam coming off there. What I don't want to do is allow it to boil. I need to maintain the temperature so we have bubbles blipping and breaking the surface, which is perfect for poaching. The time this is going to take to poach will depend on the thickness and the type of fish you're using. A small fillet like this is probably going to take between 5 and 6 minutes. I can tell it's cooked when the fish has lost its translucency and has gone white, and I will then lift the fish out of the liquid and just press it or squeeze it with my fingers just to see if I can feel the flakes beginning to separate. This is one of the most effective and simplest ways of cooking fish. It's very low fat and you can just serve it with a little squeeze of lemon. As the fish cooks, you will see the fish lose translucency and the flakes become more obvious, but this isn't quite cooked. It needs a little bit longer, so I'm going to put it back. To check to see if the fish is cooked, just lift it out of the liquid and press it. And what I'm feeling for is the natural break of the flake. It's nearly there, but the little section just underneath the spoon here needs another minute. I'm now going to lift the fish out of the liquid, and I want to actually just pat it dry so it doesn't throw out lots of liquid on the plate. So using a bit of kitchen paper, I'm going to lift that away. And to serve onto a plate. As this is such a low-fat way of cooking, it's really key that you don't overcook it. It would be disappointing, the customer's not going to want to eat it again, and just simply like that with a salad is one of the lowest fat ways of getting protein into your diet. To serve, I've got a little bit of parsley, I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon over the fish, and it's ready to go. To test to see whether the fish is cooked, you can press and you can feel the natural flake of the fish beginning to separate, and then just to pull that back, it's very obvious that the flesh inside is still really nice and moist but perfectly cooked. Coley is a hugely underrated fish. Lightly poached, it's perfect to eat as a very low-fat dish or included as part of a fish pie. Poaching is a perfect way to cook smoked haddock. In this particular instance, I've taken the tail end of a fillet, which will have no pin bones, and I've left the skin on. You can poach your haddock in a court bouillon, or if you're concerned about the salt content in the fish, you can poach it directly in milk. The great thing about cooking a piece of haddock like this is the tail end, so it'll cook very quickly, and when the fish is cooked, you can lift it out and the skin will peel away, and that would indicate that the fish is cooked to perfection. A piece of tail end fillet like this will probably take about 3 minutes to cook through. When the smoked haddock's cooked, the skin will peel away. It's peeling away really well here, but I think it's still a little bit adhered here, so I'm going to put it back into the liquid just for a moment or two longer. I want to pat it dry just to make sure that none of the court bouillon or the cooking liquid then is incorporated onto the plate, and then slip it onto a plate. The smoked haddock's cooked, the skin's come away, it breaks into fantastic flakes. What I'm going to do now is either add it to a fish pie, or you can add it to an omelette, and it makes such an easy and quick supper dish. And it's cooked in about 8 minutes in total. I've used a cork wheel to poach the coley and some smoked haddock. Once the fish has been in that liquid, and it is just a lightly acidulated vegetable stock, so you put some vegetables in there, a little bit of carrot, onion and celery, you add a glass of cider vinegar or white wine and loads of water, bring it to the boil and simmer it. You use that to poach your fish. Once a fish has been in there, you end up with a liquid which a chef would refer to as a fumet. And a fumet then makes a fantastic light fish stock to use for soups and stews and sauces.